morning, ladies and gentlemen. I have the warm pleasure to welcome you to the BOYO Show. As you guys are aware, the world has recently been severely impacted by the recent coronavirus pandemic. Around 6 million people have already been infected, and the death toll is exceeding the 300,000. The population has no choice but to stay in confinement and adopt with this new lifestyle. Hence, everybody is adopting a survival mode of life. For instance, many people are seeking this opportunity to work on their mental health by implementing a meditation journey. Others are also improving their artistic skills such as music, dancing, and more. He is an exceptional survivalist amongst the others. Aged 23 years old, he is a student at Curtin University studying digital design. His hobbies include hiking, swimming, and many more adventurous activities. With the recent pandemic, he has been deprived of his normal routine and had to therefore find new ways to cope with life. Luckily, he lives in a place surrounded with nature. We have the warm pleasure to welcome Yash Bihari on our show today, who will narrate us his new routine. Good morning, Yash. Welcome to the BOYO Show. So how does it feel to attend your very first live interview?
Hi Jeshinee, good morning everyone. Well, thanks for having me here. It's been a huge honor to be here for my first show. I'm quite excited and nervous as well. I'm going to show you my new journey about this pandemic, and I hope everyone is taking care of themselves and staying safe. It's a great pleasure for me to share this new routine. This global pandemic is indeed challenging as my routine has taken an upside turn. However, this obstacle was not a barrier personally to stay active. I have to adapt new routine, so I came around constructive way to survive this pandemic. Firstly, I started with innovative ways to grow my own crops. I made use of renewable sources such as water from my fish tank to irrigate the crops to avoid wastages. Within a few weeks, several vegetables started to grow. I had enough food to survive for at least 1 month to escape from food shortage.
Hello everyone, my name is Avneesh Peedoly, and today I'm going to talk about the effects of the COVID lockdown in my personal life. So what basically happened was that Mauritius went through a shortage of food during the lockdown period. Okay, so how it happened was that Mauritians, they rushed food supermarkets and the local shops when they heard that there would be a lockdown in certain days. And this eventually caused a distress amongst the population, and whereby now we are suffering from a deficiency of food in our local shops or supermarkets. So I had to figure out a solution. By that, I took my little sister out. There was a mini garden that we did not take care for about a year. So I took my little sister out and we started planting some seeds, some vegetables, so that we may get something out of it in the next future months, because we don't know what's coming on in the next few months. So this is where I started cleaning the garden, taking out the rocks, the leaves, etc. And then started plowing, by which my little sister spread seeds in the soil, and finally we just watered everywhere. Now we're just waiting for the vegetables to grow up, and by which in the next few months we won't be dependent of the shops or supermarkets. So that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
So, tell me more about your other hobbies. You seem to be undoubtedly a very active person.
Oh, thanks. Surely I am maximizing this free time to develop a new skill and detoxing from social media. An overflow of information can disturb one's mental health. From that, I feel more relief. I'm taking advantage of my neighborhood to find comfort in nature. I have also adopted a puppy. Every morning, we go for a walk in the nearby forest. Nature is indeed therapeutic. The howling of wind and the chirping of the birds allow me to become more conscious of my life.
Nature is surely our best friend during this moment of chaos. Certainly, social media can be a very toxic tool during this havoc, and we should all try to evade from to stay mentally healthy. The new cases and the rising death rates can mentally affect us. Confinement gave us a new insight of life that we should not take for granted. In this moment, we realize how animals are imprisoned in zoos or in farms for their lifetime. Human beings are trying to survive a few months in the comfort of their own houses. We should treat others equally and adopt a sympathetic mentality towards others.
Sure, humans should become more selfless and passionate towards other beings.
This lockdown can also be a great opportunity to work on ourselves. I can see that you're working out. Would you like to share some tips with us?
Surely I have some tips for you. For example, I have built a small gym in my garage using random equipment such as metal rods, wheel, woods, and many more stuff. This simple equipment is mostly available at everyone's place, and it begins with small motivation to work out. These are simple yet effective ways to stay active. One must find the willingness to start this journey. I have brought with me a surprise for you.
Really?
Yeah. As you can see here,
Oh
this
my
is
God,
Max.
he's so cute.
Yeah. You can hold it.
Hi, Max. Hi.
You can come with us. We'll show you our daily routine together.
Oh my God, I would like to. We have reached the end of our show. We have surely acquired several tips from Yash. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and experience with us. You have helped our fellow audience to tackle this lockdown.
Thank you.
Stay safe, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Never at ease, I don't know a limit. Chasing a dream, I don't know what sleepers. I got a queen, she lit me the evening. She ripe like a peach and she snapped me the snippet. You well overdue for that link up in person. Text me to fall through a murder, she wrote it. Still with courage, you're doing a service. Pull up to the crib, I'm equipped with the brush strokes. Cut throat from the low, when no love goes. Women buddy like it's been that.